Link summoning is here. Create the ultimate circuit. Link Revolution, the new Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains World main box has just leaked tonight, and now we're gonna go over the card list. Let's get right into it. Alright, boom. So without further ado, let's get into the card list. Now, there are a few interesting things that we have to keep a lookout for when we go over here. We have to think that new world, so the new mechanic is going to be a big part of the box. Link summoning. However, usually with the new world, we do have access to the new mechanic, but not so much variety. We definitely don't have all of the pieces to make a very good deck on the first day, however much that we hope we would. So we're going to get into why some of the new cards are, they're good starters, but maybe they're not very complete visions of decks at the moment. And we'll get into why some other things are really good. And to start that off, we're going to be talking about Link monsters and Link summoning. We're going to start off with, the two URs, Decode Talker and Solomon Great Heatlio. They are the ace monsters for Playmaker and Soul Burner, respectively. And those are two decks that are going to find a lot of their support in this box. The main support option that we have for them is Side-Net Mining, which is going to be a huge searcher spell, and if you want to play any Cyberse deck in the future, you will need to pick up Side-Net Mining from this box. So again, this is why this box is very, future intensive. So Cyberse, you're going to need to go into this box for Side-Net Mining. Solomon Gray are definitely going to need Heatlio and Decode Talker. Whether you like it or not, it is up to you. So let's get into some of the other important Link cards that I'm seeing here. So we've got Draconet. This is a very good super rare Link card. When it's normal summon, you can special summon one level 2 or lower normal monster from your hand or deck in defense position. Cyberse have some normal monsters with pretty good stats, and that is how you get into an instant Link 2. So very nice with Draconet. And we also have Lady Debug. This is a very good Cyberse that again will work in any Cyberse deck. If this card is normal special summon, you can add one level 3 or lower Cyberse type monster from your deck to your hand. Boom. It's really, really good, Lady Debug. That's going to just open up your Cyberse plays to be able to have access to whatever effect that you want. Alright, so these are the basic, just, main deck monsters. Now, if we're going to look at more specific stuff, let's take a look at Solomon Grid specifically. We've got Solomon Grid Circle. This is a pretty integral quick play searcher card for the deck, and we do have it at 3, which is nice, and it is a super rare card, not an ultra rare, which is also nice. But we are missing something that we were looking for, and that is Solomon Great Jaguar. It has a pretty good effect, but we do have some other good Solomon Great rare cards here that are pretty much going to make up the bulk of your main deck for now until we get better options. We are probably going to have one of the Gazelle in Soul Burner's level up rewards, so that will be there as well. But as for Cyberse, let's move on. We've also got Flame Administrator. This is an SR Link 2 monster, and it will just only monster you control gain 800. Doesn't have to point to them. They just all gain 800. Pretty good for OTK potential. And the real interesting Cyberse card here is going to be Side-Net Crosswipe. I was talking with some guys about this, and it is essentially Cyberse Ballista Squad, and it's very good because it is a quick play spell. So this says tribute one Cyberse type monster, then target one card in the field, destroyed. So it does target, but like I said, it is like Ballista Squad. And we're going to get into, when we talk about the structure deck, check out that video, how you can end up searching this card and it'll actually be, pretty good. So the other Link card I wanted to talk about is Brute Enforcer. This is pretty interesting. You can discard a card and then target one face-up card your opponent controls. That your opponent can discard one card with the same original type as that face-up card to negate this effect. Otherwise, destroy that face-up card. So your opponents end up losing a card no matter what because of Brute Enforcer, but you're going to have to discard a card as well. So that's pretty generic. Link 2, pretty nice. So I think that's going to do it for the Cyber stuff. For Links, they did give us what I expected, and to give us the whole Ningirsu and World Chalice chain of monsters, because it does tie into them being normal monsters, which I figured would be a slam dunk for them. They used them pretty prominently in Master Duel, so I was like, why would they not use it again in Duel Links? These normal monsters that they turn into higher Link things. You know, they each have like Link 2s. You know, they have Link 1s, Link 2s, Link 3s. Then they've got Ningirsu. This is their boss monster. Now, this card is basically has the effect of Scrap Dragon. You can draw cards equal to the number of World Chalice monsters this card points to, and then once per turn, you can send one card from each player's field to the graveyard. And if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can special summon one World Chalice monster from your hand. So it is really only good if you're fully committing to World Chalice. But yeah, its main disruption effect is Scrap Dragon, and it is a Link 3 monster. So you will not be able to get around using 3 cards for this or a Scrap Dragon effect. So unless you're playing full World Chalice, I'm not sure how good this card is going to be. Now, something I didn't talk about was Gouki. That's right, because Gokis only get 1 card in this box. They get their boss monster, Gouki the Great Ogre, and it is a super rare. All monsters on the field lose attack equal to their original defense. If this card would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can destroy one of your monsters this card points to instead. Now, hope I'm not tripping in saying that Gouki the Great Ogre is the boss monster, because I believe it should be. Yeah, Gouki the Great Ogre should be Go Onizuka's boss monster, and here he is as a super rare monster. So Gouki not looking so good. People feel like they got left behind this box for sure. They are not the priority here. We're gonna get a box dedicated to them down the line. But let's move on, because there's some other interesting stuff. We've also got over here, we've got a Kaiju in the ultra rares. Very interesting. This is our first Kaiju with Duel Links, I'm pretty sure, and this is going to be a very popular way to get rid of Link monsters now that flip down cards like Canadia and Book of Moon no longer are going to work on Link monsters. So pretty interesting that they would give us this here. I guess just as an added way to get around Links. Then we've got this trap here, warning point. This is a normal trap. Says when a monster is summoned this turn, the face-up monster cannot attack. Its effects are negated. Also, it cannot be used for a fusion, synchro, Xyz, or Link summon. Now, this is actually a pretty effective trap card at making sure your opponent just cannot use a monster whatsoever. So I'd be interested to see you know, how this sees play. I'm sure a lot of people who are new to the game, just buying this box, they're going to be using this card because it is a pretty generally useful trap card, I suppose. And yeah, that's all I can say about that, really. Not too much else going on there. So the next big thing is Dark Magician, man. What? Dark Magician 2022? Yeah, that's right, man. We are finally getting access to Eternal Soul as a super rare, no less. This is a very powerful Dark Magician card that has been in the game for a while as a part of NPC decks, and we're just now getting access to it. Every Dark Magician in your monster zone is unaffected by your opponent's artifacts. If it leaves the field, destroy all monsters you control. And you can only use the following effects once per turn. You can special summon a Dark Magician from your hand or graveyard, or add a Dark Magic attack or 1,000 Knives from your deck to your hand. So this is absolutely busted. No matter what piece of you have of the Dark Magician combo, this is going to get you the other half to be able to blow up your opponent's board, or to get our Dark Magician, period, if you have other cards that need Dark Magician. So this is insanely good. A card that Dark Magician has wanted forever. Of course, its only weakness is, like, you know, MST, Cosmic Cyclone. So if you don't have those cards, or like if you don't have the chance of running into those cards, then this card is insanely busted. And Eternal Soul's appearance in this box is also paired with the inclusion of Pot of Duality. Pretty insane. Activate the top 3, add one of them to your hand, and after that, shuffle the rest back into your deck. You cannot special summon the turn you activate this card. Dude, we have ways to get around this. You add Dark Magician to your hand. You special summon it next turn with Eternal Soul. You got Magician's Navigation, bring it out next turn. This is insane. Pot of Duality is really going to help Dark Magician specifically now that they have this really good card, Eternal Soul, to take advantage of it. But guys, let me know what else you think is really going to be able to benefit from Pot of Duality. I'm interested. This is really the only card, or one of the only cards in this box, that is really not focused on linking at all. It's kind of focused on helping out older strategies. So what do you think is the sauce here? Let me know. All right. And we're going to get Apprentice Illusion Magician from the selection box as our selection box reprint to also help out with Dark Magician. So looking at the rest of this box, what I'm going to be excited for on day one, I'm going to be excited for getting the foundational Link summoning cards. Again, we don't have a ton of things to go into for Link monsters. Just going off of here, the big Link 3s are going to be Heatlio, Decode Talker, and Ningirsu, and them themselves as Link 3s are not super impactful monsters. And of course, we will have access to a card like Firewall Dragon, but Firewall Dragon, man, that is going to take a lot to get out, a lot of committal as a Link 4 monster. You're going to have to climb the Link chain a lot. And Cyberse and these Link decks right now, they just don't have the agency to get out multiple very impactful monsters like these other decks, like, you know, that we're dealing with right now. Black Rose Heroes can do in one turn. You're going to be committing multiple resources to probably like one Link monster. And, you know, that is going to be your board. Your opponent's going to have like multiple other monsters that are just going to be just as powerful as yours. Just wanted to go down here really quick because we do actually have some very good Cyberse cards. Wanted to take out Link Infra Flyer. You can special summon this card from your hand to a zone a Link monster points to. You can only special summon Link Infra Flyer once per turn this way. And dude, something like this is nice. A lot of these Cyberse cards specifically, they have synergies in which they need cards to point to them. So any card that is a special summon and then automatically fulfills that condition is pretty nice. We've also got some interesting trap cards that they used in the promotional duels, and I am glad that we have them. Recoded Alive is a cool trap card that I think you know, we may see some play. Target Link 3, Cyberse Link you control auras in your graveyard, banish it, and if you do, special summon one Code Talker from your extra deck. If you control no monsters, you can banish this card from the graveyard, then target one of your banished Code Talker monsters, special summon it. Yeah, man, I'm going to be liking Code Talkers, so a card like this at a normal is very, very interesting. And then, yeah, there are a lot of other reprints here. Cosmic Compass, a very interesting reprint. This is going to be very good for Link summoning. When this card is normal summon, you can special summon a number of Compass tokens equal to the number of monsters your opponent controls. And yes, man, tokens can be used in Link summoning, so I'll be very interested to see how that works. So guys, let me know what you think about the new box at a first glance. Again, like I said, I think there are some very foundational, powerful Cyberse cards here that you're going to need if you want to play Cyberse in the future. But for the biggest immediate boost in power, I'm going to say it's going to go over to Dark Magician for sure. Eternal Soul and Pot of Duality are two extremely powerful cards that are going to be at 3 for the deck, and you'll be able to put it right away. But Links, you know, foundational good Link cards. I'm excited to see what we can make. Let me know what you guys are looking forward to picking up from the new box. Peace out. I'll see you guys later. And make sure to tune in to twitch.tv/DailyYugioh for the 24-hour Vrains stream. Probably going on right now or in a few hours. So peace out, guys. I'll see you there.